Hello everybody, my name's NikoTheLegend, here to give you some news about BioWare's Anthem, and the title suggests that a beta has been confirmed. Now, despite this article being released October 3rd, I was thinking that a beta was already announced during E3, or like some question was asked and then one of the developers was like, yeah, we got a beta coming. But guys, it's confirmed. Anthem beta is coming. Now, I know a lot of you BioWare fans might be excited for Anthem's action RPG, sci-fi world, whatever you want to call it. Or there's a ton of you that just don't give a crap about anything related to Anthem because, as we all know, Mass Effect is the result of a company solely focused on Anthem and not its pride and joy. Yes, so a little bit of the Anthem details. It's very, very unclear at this point, so it's like, why am I even doing this video? But, you know, I just want to reconfirm what's already been known if you guys already do know. And if you don't know, news for you. So we don't know exactly when the beta's release date is, but it will be getting a beta period. No one knows if it's open or closed beta or anything in that regard. And I don't think it's going to be released at all this year, especially because if we don't know the date, it's going to be sometime around next year. Which makes me come to the conclusion that Anthem probably won't be released until maybe next fall, because yeah, sometimes BioWare likes releasing games during the fall, like Dragon Age Inquisition was released during fall. I think it was in October is when they released it. And my birthday's coming October 13th, and then obviously Andromeda was released in March. But, you know, if there's a beta, it's going to delay sometime. Or they might release the beta a little bit, like a couple months before the game comes out. So there's still plenty of time for them to get their shit together. But like I said, it's too far to tell how far it's going out, when it's coming. So you guys know that now that there is a beta confirmed. Now, with my opinion, I will be getting the game. I will be playing the beta. Let me just rephrase that. I will be playing the beta on PC. Obviously, the beta will come out on Xbox One X and PS4. Sorry, Nintendo owners, but your Switch could not handle it at all. Which I'm quite surprised that the Switch is getting Doom for the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, it's not going to look as great as it would on PC or consoles. I say consoles because, you know, apparently it's not under that category, but like PS4 and Xbox One X. But yeah, it's, you know, toss up with the game still, because, you know, it's a game that ruined Mass Effect franchise like so badly. It's like Activision took over BioWare and EA, and it's just like, no, we just want something that makes lots of money and the kids these days will love. You know, development 10 years ago wasn't really all about this whole marketing strategy is doing what everybody else is doing, like pulling like a Destiny, and it's like, oh well, Destiny makes a fuck ton of money. Oh, what do you know, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Oh, well, what's this game that's making a ton of money? I think the only game that was the biggest exception was Resident Evil 4, because it just keeps releasing on every console that's ever been out since the GameCube, and it's kind of infuriating that the Capcom still is trying to mooch off that game. I just don't understand. But whatever, you know, this is what it takes these days. So, are you guys excited for the Anthem beta? That it's being confirmed, that it's an official thing? And I want to know if you guys are going to play it, if you guys aren't. But what really gets me is, let me just point out something, that this guy who made the article, it says, stunning RPG. Now, the only thing we've seen that's like RPG mechanics is just like, well, geez, I don't even know, to be honest. I mean, you can get quests in any game. It doesn't have to be an RPG. You can shoot things and kill monsters, and that doesn't have to be an RPG. You can play with people and shoot things, and it doesn't have to be an RPG. To be honest, there was really nothing showing that was an actual RPG. If you really look at it, the fine line. Calling it an action RPG, what did we see that was an RPG? Mechanically, like what did we see? We saw this loot system or like this item pickup or something. I'm like, okay, like Halo 4 had drop pods that came into the match and you picked it up and you can be like, oh, this is my my upgraded weapon. Although it was temporary and it was just for that type of match type and everything, yeah. But it's like, okay, this still doesn't show that this is an RPG just because I pick up a gun that apparently is okay. And what we've seen is all a presentation anyway. We don't even know if that's how the game's gonna look. It can easily look like Mass Effect Andromeda. But if this game's been being worked on for 4 years, by the way, 4 years? Mass Effect's been worked on Andromeda for 5 years? Now, it's just like writing a good book, right? Or a book in general. You can spend however long you want, the allotted time needed to complete it. And a lot of stuff happens throughout the period of time of what we're doing every day. It could take 10 years, 5 years, going off and on with the book, going back and forth, because, you know, there's a lot of things in your life that you're dealing with, and then you come back to this book and you learn the life experience you learn outside of the book, you put it into your own story. That works with books, right? And hopefully it turns out good. But with Andromeda, it wasn't like that. It was just, they just said it was being worked on, and then the last year and a half, and then, yeah, you guys know the whole story, and then they started to get their shits together, and their asses handed to, and then we get the final release, and it's a fucking bloody mess. But then Anthem, on the other hand, was the game to where all their top tier. Here's the thing. Anthem is a game that's being developed by first-string players. Think of it as like a football game, first-string players, and then Andromeda was worked on by third-string players. Because second-string players are still pretty good for the most part. I mean, they're second best on that team. But third best, we're getting a little bit on the worrisome side. A little more than if a second string came out. Because sometimes the underdog does good. I mean, you guys know the Tom Brady story? Yeah, he was second-string quarterback on the Patriots. First string gets injured, and then Tom Brady becomes this amazing quarterback, the best it's ever been. So it can happen like that. A little Cinderella story like that, a little underdog tale. But Andromeda wasn't that. It's just all these amateurs that just got out of college and just got out of like intro to animation college class. It's not a class, I'm sorry, people, animators. But that's basically what it looked like. So, the pros versus Joes. Haha. And what's funny is that Anthem just seems like it's would you consider this game a try-hard game? That's something you can put in the comments below too. I don't want to keep rambling on. This will be the final thought, but think about it. A game that's trying to stand out and be different from the crowd. Just watch the presentation trailer. It almost seems like it's a bit of a try-hard type of a trailer. Like they're just like showing how badass it can be. Like, look at this. We can fucking do this in this world. It's dangerous. Let these exo-futuristic avatar suits do the damage. And I have this mean face on me because I'm gonna go kill stuff. I have to defend this place. Please. Come on. Come on. There is no argument beyond emotion. Anyway, guys, beta confirm. Share your thoughts below. You'll see the link to this in the description below as well. Thank you for your time. I'm sure you got your answer in the first 2 minutes, so, you know, I like to ramble a little bit and talk about even more important things that's been, you know, trailing behind these games and why this even is happening right now. Bet you anything the beta's animations will be better than Andromeda at a release date. Oh, sorry guys. Pathfinders?